Hey there guys, this is Pastor Ken and welcome to another episode of Skyblock, Sky Island Survival, Skyfleet. Man, one of these days I am going to remember the name of the series the first time and just make that happen. Now, this has been off and I did not intend that to be the case. So let's fix that. And annoying clicking. Awesome. Fantastic. Anyway, ooh, chicken. Excellent. So you can see that this is working. Sorry about that, guys. I obviously still have that allergy stuff going on. It's terrible. And it's... Man, those vines literally go like all the way down to the bottom now. That'd be a long climb. Okay, sorry. I get distracted so easily. So, yeah, an update in between episodes. So a fun, okay, not so fun, kind of horrible thing happened. We had a random chunk error in the map, right in the middle of our base. It literally took out from this block all the way past this block. Like, that whole section was gone, and it went all the way back to like right here. So there was this piece of the chicken farm left, but all of this was gone, all the deck was gone, all the supports were gone, and most importantly, this chest with all of our like dirt and gravel and sand and other irreplaceable materials gone. So I had a rather stressed out evening of trying to figure out how to fix this, and popping into MC Edit and trying to like delete the chunks to bring the chunks back, and it didn't work at all, and doing region repair, and that didn't work at all, and ultimately I ended up finding a way to import this map into Creative and essentially just rebuilding everything that had been disappeared. So we have everything that we had, and then I went off of previous episodes to determine what all I had in here, and I've added a couple little things from collecting resources in the meantime since all of that went down. So if you notice any discrepancies, that's kind of how that happened. But yeah, so and I did have armor and stuff in here, and obviously this is not as worn down as it was before, so I'll toss that out before it actually breaks, just to make sure everything's fair. But I decided not to bother replacing the armor and stuff since I have a bunch left over from the mob farming and stuff, and I'll actually grab that and move it up now, because, you know, why not? Although technically that doesn't make any sense, because my bed is now down there. So I'm not going to bother with that. Anyway, so what I had planned for today, and I think the need has become pretty obvious, is we just need... Man. Flippin' allergies. Okay. We just need so much more iron on this map than we currently have. There's just not enough. I mean, I'm getting some from the mob farm, and that's awesome, and it has allowed me to create things like the chicken farm, you know, 2 hoppers and a bucket, and it pretty much bankrupted us for iron, which is obviously not great. So we need more. We need lots more. So the obvious thing is to do an iron farm. So that's why I've been cooking these up, and I'll grab these, and I'm going to need some wood for the part that we're doing right now, so I'll grab these. And I went ahead, I did some research and picked an iron farm, and it's more towards a traditional iron farm, really. And but I did kind of redesign it in a creative world to make sure that it would fit in our space and just kind of be what we needed it to be. And sorry, I'm just realizing for the first time that I'm gonna have to move this, because I'm pretty sure the iron farm like just completely blows through it. and I didn't think about that. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Okay, so yeah, let me find exactly where I'm putting this thing and put some markers out so I know what I'm doing, and actually go ahead and move this, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to, and then I will come right back and we'll crack on with this whole thing. So basically I'm just going to lay out the foundation and get it started, and then we'll build the rest of it mostly on camera. And just so you know, guys, this is part one, because I'm building the structure for the iron farm. The collection area is going to need hoppers, which I obviously don't have enough iron for. I've got enough for 2, but I need 10, so I'll be grinding out some iron in between episodes to finish that off. And obviously, to make an iron farm, we're going to need villagers, and I don't have those yet either. So next episode is going to be an exploring episode. We are basically going to hop up on deck and take as much wood as we have and build little bridges out to a bunch of these islands and see if we can find ourselves some villagers. That's probably the first place I'm going, just to see and see maybe there's some there. If not, I know I've looked off to the side here, and you can kind of see right there past those, there's 2 little village huts, and then hopefully there's villagers out there. And if not, we'll work on finding the resources to get to the nether so we can get a blaze rod and make potions of weakness, and then we can make our own villagers. But yeah, hopefully there's some either there or over there. So that's my hope. But anyway, yeah, let me pause this, and I will go ahead and set the foundations for this thing, and then we'll get started. Alright, so I'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys, and we are back, and as you can see, we've got a little bit worked out here. We've got our square frame for the farm, and then down here we have what will lead to the collection area. And you'll notice there's a little bit of a drop, so there's actually water on top of this, and they'll spawn here, and then it'll run down, and it comes like right to the edge, and the only block that doesn't get covered is this. But since golems are 2 blocks by 2 blocks in size, the water will push them off even without this here. So what we're going to do for now is actually light up that center block. And on the second floor, I will have glowstone to light that up, make sure mobs don't accidentally spawn inside there, because it won't be covered with water, and so there is potential for that. And on this bottom level, there actually will be lava right here at this level, so it'll keep these nice and lit up, and no mobs will be spawning there, for certain. Okay, so, but basically, that's kind of the design that we have going here. And we'll just go ahead and crack on with it a little bit and get it started. Right? Yes. That is, in fact, what we want. And I'll go back down later and add the 3 stone blocks that need to be there. And so yeah, I did test this design, it does work, and I will be replacing some of the stuff up here with iron trapdoors once we actually have iron for that. And that will still allow daylight to come through and everything, so that'll be fine. Man, I'm so sorry, guys. The allergies are just killer tonight. And we're gonna have to take this out, unfortunately. Okay. I was like, that doesn't match up. What's happening? But yeah, that's fine. Perfect. And let's do, well, you know what? Let's slap a torch down in the center of these. Trying really hard to make sure that I don't get just absolutely trounced by mobs while I'm doing this. Obviously that's happened 10 times since I've started the world, as you can see by my little fail counter there. So we want to try and avoid that as much as possible. Now the fun thing is going to be having the mob spawner right here and having villagers like right here, essentially. I'm just going to do 2 villager pockets, 1 on each side. Probably over in this space since there's not a lot of room over here. Although this would actually make a decent area for a villager pocket. So we might be able to put it right here too. We'll see. Okay, and so the idea behind this is that I can get 1 there. And 1 there. And the pattern just sort of continues like that. So we'll just build the bottom wood floor first, and then we'll build the upper level bits. So technically this next one should be like that. Let's just go ahead and do all of those. And I think that's got it, actually. Perfect. And then the wood floor. Excellent. There we go. So we'll just do that on every side then. Not what I meant to do. And so yeah, if you guys have ever watched Skyblock series, you kind of know that once you get an iron farm going, it really just changes the whole game. Because then you can make all your hoppers and you can start automating stuff. You can make pistons, you can make all the buckets that you want, you can make mine carts and rails, and it's just, it really is a game changer for anyone struggling to survive on a Skyblock island. So this is a project that's absolutely necessary and needed, and so I'm glad that we're getting to it now. And actually relatively early on in the series, I think. Just hopefully we can find some villagers and get this thing running without too much difficulty. I am going to have to cook up a little bit of my sand into glass for the villager holding areas. I think they fixed this for the overworld, so not super big a concern here, but I know in some single player worlds that I've done, the villagers, when you load the chunk again, like when you leave the world and come back to the world, or like if you pop into the nether and then come back out of the nether, I'm retarded. This is upper deck area. Anyway, if you leave the area and come back to the area, it will reload the villagers, and it doesn't always accurately calculate their location, and so sometimes they'll glitch into the blocks. Like just far, not enough to escape, but far enough that they'll suffocate. Which obviously we don't want, even though we could set it up so that they have plenty of food to rebreed and stuff. It just causes a needless delay for us, and while we're down here, let's just pop these blocks into place. So that can go there. The other two will have to be wool, though, because they'll be visible from the outside. That'll be interesting. So yeah, like these won't be able to stay there. Alright, let's see if we can hop back up onto this thing. I've got to work on that setup a little bit. Clearly. Alright, well, now I'm confused. Did I maybe put them in the wrong place over here? I must have. No. That can go there. So it's just the other side doesn't work. Because it's visible. Okay. Okay. Because this section gets a little bit smaller. Got it. I got there, guys. Yeah. So, that's that. Let's see if I can find my way back up here. Okay. Now, what the heck was I talking about? Okay, yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of the idea. You build these and these in the little corner pieces, and then you build the floor up, and you do it again, and you throw doors on it, and you get villagers in the pockets, and I think that's what I was talking about, is fitting the villagers in here and hoping that we find some and all that. But I will crack on with the rest of this, and I will come back in just a second, guys. Alright, guys, and we are back, and as you can see, there's been quite a bit of progress. Obviously, we finished this lower platform and built up the walls and added the doors and built the second platform and went ahead and put water on it. Now this is pressed pretty much right up against the roof, so I've had to take out the corners so it's a little bit rounded on the top, which will reduce our spawn rates just slightly, but it's not a big deal, so nothing to worry about there. And these blocks, I ran out of glowstone, so these blocks in the four things just have torches on them for right now, but they will eventually get replaced with glowstone. At least that's my plan, although never really gonna see in here, so maybe I'll just leave the torches. They do the same thing, and they're way cheaper than glowstone. Alright, but I figured you might want to see how the water process goes, so let's go ahead and do that. First things first, you gotta create an infinite water source to draw from. And then we just start putting it in. You just put it in this back corner, like so, and try not to get washed down the hole. Not that there's anything bad down there at the moment, I just need to access everything up here for the time being. And then we refill our buckets. And we'll go ahead and fill that in. Take out these bits here. Perfect. And we'll toss down our last bucket of water. Grab our torch. And there you go. So that's the water streams done for the top level and the bottom level. And then real quick, we will just try to build up the walls here. And obviously these are going to be covered with half slabs of some sort of stone, which I'll probably come back and finish. So, and I just ran out of stone. So let me see. I've got to fix that. Let me run up here and grab my last bit of smooth stone. Then we can finish this up and we'll call it a day. And there's our chicken farm, still cranking out that chicken and a bunch of feathers. Mostly feathers. And there we go. Stone. Excellent. I instinctively still want to go there. Been doing it for so long. Getting used to this one's going to be a little weird. But we'll get there. And first things first, we actually want to do our half slabs, so let's do that. We'll actually use stone brick half slabs for that. So 3 of these should give us everything we need. Okay, and obviously we'll eventually replace all of those with hoppers. Oh man. This thing's placed like just right to have to move all of these torches. Oh, not there. And there we go. So that's got that part done. Now we just need some signs and we gotta put in some lava. So I've got 2 signs up here. I'm gonna need 9, I think. That's 8. So, there we go. And we'll take our empty bucket. We'll grab one of our remaining lava blocks. Now, I did some consideration when I was designing this, as far as using as much wood as I did in the design, but then I realized all of the wood is covered by water, so it won't burn. So that's a good thing. Now let's... I'm gonna need that, so this one has to go for now. I need this block here, I believe. Yes. Okay. And there we go. And now we'll put this here, because I want my lava to be right in the center. And that's that. So there we go, guys. That's pretty much the start of it done. Obviously I didn't do the villager pockets, and we'll get to that in the next episode when we actually go get the villagers, and I'll keep hammering away at the mob farm and try and get enough iron to finish the hoppers down here, and definitely enough glowstone to finish the corners up here at least, if not also put some inside. And I think that'll have us ready to go for the next episode. So, yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Obviously, if you've enjoyed this, be sure to leave a like, and make sure to subscribe to the channel so you know when new videos come out. And that's it for today. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I will talk at you later.